probably not gonna get there. You know, I don't know where you're sending them. You're sending them through here?
No.
Yes.
Is he walking up, coming
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that.
Against I formation teams, you can get there.
I mean, you know, this hits pretty quick, and you got big splits, and he'll get close. And if he's a really good athlete, he might be a threat to that. But if he's a really good athlete, we're gonna run at him and option him.
Mm-hmm.
And if they got two of those guys on each side, you're probably gonna lose. But I mean, you know, sometimes
Yeah,
teams are
it's-
better than you.
Yeah.
But
Is there a way to?
in theory, it shouldn't work. Okay.
Oh, we understand.
Okay, so that's basically a bunch, even in shade fronts. I showed you. You know what the perimeter is. You know what the backside. You should know what the perimeter is, and what backside blocking, pivot crossover, and lead step and run is. Now,
So lead step is just, lead step and.
yeah, but
and step and run.
one thing we talked about maybe a little bit last time was when you're lead stepping and running, we're always talking about block the first level, go to the second level, go to the third level. If no one's there, there's a party in the end zone. That's what we said last time. Okay, we don't ever want to turn around or chase guys. So we want to get on a track, but the track is kind of like, it's kind of like pursuit on defense. Okay, there's a linebacker standing there and I'm lead stepping and running, but I'm not running at him, I'm running where he's going to go. So the players have to know, you know, the option's going that way fast. That's where that guy's gonna go. We gotta take an angle that's, when we're lead stepping and running, that's,
Okay.
you know, conducive to what they're trying to do. So that's all the even fronts. So the odd front, first most common is 50.
So that last one, because it was a 4-4, is a veer. You look at that veer, no mic.
You wanna look at the veer no mic?
No. Would
No,
that
that
last
was-
front have been veer, no mic?
No, that last front was, I think it was eagle, no mic.
Okay.
Eagle, no mic. Okay? So,
Oh, because on the front side, there was a 3. Okay.
okay, so we're scooping all 0 techniques. So scoop is another zone scheme here. We talked a little bit about that last time. We actually talked a lot about it. I'm not gonna go into it right this minute, okay? If you wanna talk about it, we can. We're lead stepping and getting up to the linebacker. We're gonna loop here. We're taking outside release. Our tackles rule, we call it loop. Georgia Tech just says take the easiest release. Well, if you try to release inside a 4 technique to get up to the linebacker, he's gonna squeeze you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably not gonna, if he's doing it right, you're probably not getting up there. So we're not even gonna mess with that. We're going around him. He's the read, he's the pitch read. And this is where you really gotta be ready for the pitch, because best way to defend this is send both of these guys real fast. And I was telling these guys, you know, Colerain, when we played against them one time, their defense was a 50 defense. Well, they thought, you know, because you're running option, we're gonna jump in a 5-3 and get an extra guy in the box, okay? Well, we really basically ran whatever we wanted on them. So we played them in the playoffs, and they come out and they put 2 little defensive backs here, and just faster than anything, okay? And just said, you're slanting down every time. Well, it totally stymied us. But, you know, we later in the game, we were down on the goal line. We were losing pretty bad, but we were down on the goal line. We ran outside veer against it, and we should have done that the whole game. Because then we don't have to read them both. We only have to read the 6 technique, you know? And we could have buried that little guy. Again, he's hard to block, okay? He's easy to read, but he's not really hard to block in the sense that we can't block him, because you can double team that 4 technique if he's a little guy and kill him, you know? So that's what we should have done. But anyway, this is the 50 front.
So
can
you
see-
couldn't or didn't get to the pitch, or the pitch wasn't effective? Because the first thing it looks
And it
like,
happened so fast, our quarterback had trouble.
getting the ball out.
And I got some other things that we do now for that. I can show you after we're done doing this. Because off the inside veer, we have some adjustments, because we want to keep running the inside veer. And we have some things to do, makes it easier for our quarterback for having troubles like that. So I can show you those things. But this is a 7-man front, so it's arc. Okay, I'm just saying that's a cover 2 look, so we're going here. Okay, take your pick how you want to block out or have your split. Okay, and here. So we're pitching off the 6. Again, a big thing is become a running back if you're a quarterback. Try to get all you can, but they're trying to force team. You know, they know teams have a hard time getting to the pitch. It's high school football. So, you know, we went up to, and I'm not trying to talk bad at anybody, but you know Bob Triano, and he's a real technician, but sometimes he gets hung up on the technician part, okay? So, we're playing Akron St. Vincent, and we got beat 7-6, and we never pulled the ball, and we certainly never pitched the ball. And I said, Bob, we're running a triple option, and they're coming down. He goes, well, we haven't worked on that in practice yet. We're still getting our steps down. I said, we're running a triple option. You know, we can't go a whole game and not get, if that's all you have to do to stop us, then why are we running this offense? We gotta be able to do it. So, you know, so we finally got it worked out, and we would get to the pitch and stuff, but, you gotta get to all phases of the pitch. So when you're running your script, you know, I might say ace, 32, okay, 6-4-0-4-6, no Mike, cover 2. Defense jumps in it, but that doesn't tell these guys to do anything. So if I don't have a coach standing back there that can tell them what to do, I just walk over and say, you guys are the defensive coordinator. Okay, you decide when you're slanting and when you're angling. Just don't do the same stuff every time. That's the easiest way to do it. So you'll have them come down, or I'll say, you know, get together and tell each other what to do. Or if you want to run an X stunt or something like that, go ahead and do it. We don't care. Just make it difficult on our quarterback, you know, make him have to read the option. If they just stand there and stand there and stand there, you're not really getting a chance to read it, so.
So the pitch guy, does that guy go in motion on the snap, or do you send him in motion early?
He goes early, and it kind of depends on what your cadence is, so you gotta time it out. But what we say is we want late, undetectable motion. In other words, we want it to be so close to the time when it's snapped that, so we've gone back to tightening these guys down a little and having them go at the last possible second, so that the secondary doesn't have as much time to adjust to the motion.
Now, your option course there is interesting because it goes back where the Viper's gone, but you're going up at the line. You know, the classic option course is the guy just goes parallel to the sideline until he has a ball in his hands. Here, you're drawing it as if he's coming up at the line of scrimmage.
This guy?
Yeah.
Well,
The pitch guy.
I like to
pitch
think
guy.
of these guys, and I don't think I've ever said this in practice, but I like to think of them like a school of fish. If that guy's cutting it up, you're tied to him. You're keeping that pitch phase the same way. So, I mean, he doesn't know what the